Biden has pardoned his son Hunter despite previous pledges not to.
Hunter Biden's pardon comes after months of the White House insisting the president will not let his son off the hook.
Is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No. I can say that it is still very much a no to the questions that I've gotten about if the president's going to pardon his son.
Does the president have any intention of pardoning him?
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
President Biden says that he's not going to pardon his son, Hunter. Is he going to ask Donald Trump to do that?
I've been very clear. The president's been very clear when we've been asked this question.
And take a look at this. Donald Trump now is suggesting that he will free the January 6 rioters in response to Biden Hunter's pardon. Let them out. Let me know. Do you think that Trump should pardon those that were arrested for January 6th? Or do you think, no, he should not? Let me know in the comments. Yes, if he should pardon them. No, if he shouldn't. We're hearing that Hunter Biden has just been pardoned by his father, Joe Biden. Now, take a look at this article coming out. You can see December the 2nd, just this morning. President Joe Biden has pardoned his son, Hunter, sparing the younger Biden as from possible prison sentences for federal felonies, for having arms, tax convictions, and reversing a past promise not to use his extraordinary power of the presidency for the benefit of his family. The Democratic president had previously said that he would not pardon his son or commute his sentence after convictions in the two cases in Delaware and in California. The move on Sunday night, yesterday, comes weeks before Hunter Biden was set to receive his punishment after his trial conviction in the case and the guilty plea on tax charges in the arms case, and less than 2 months before President-elect Donald Trump is set to return to the White House. It caps a long-running legal saga for the younger Biden, who publicly disclosed that he was under federal investigation in December of 2020, a month after his father's 2020 victory, and casts a pall over the elder Biden's legacy. Biden, who time and again pledged to the Americans that he would restore norms and respect for the rule of law after Trump's first term in office, ultimately used his position to help his son, breaking his public pledge to Americans that he would do no such thing. Now, in a statement released Sunday after Biden said, "I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has inflicted this process and it led to a miscarriage of justice." The president's sweeping pardon covers not just the arms and the tax offenses against the younger Biden, but also any other offenses against the United States which he has committed or may have committed or taken part of during the period from January 1st of 2014 through December 1st of 2024. So pardoning him for the past decade. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, in June, Biden categorically ruled out a pardon or commutations for his son, telling reporters as his son faced trial in the Delaware arms case, "I abide by the jury's decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him," he said. As recent as November the 8th, days after Trump's victory, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre ruled out a pardon or clemency for the younger Biden, saying, "We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no." The elder Biden has publicly stood by his only living son as Hunter's descended into serious addictions and threw his family's life into turmoil before getting back on track in recent years. The president's political rival has long used Hunter Biden's myriad mistakes as a political cudgel against his father. In one hearing, lawmakers displayed photos of the president's son with an assortment of things that I can't say on YouTube. House Republicans also sought to use the younger Biden's years of questionable overseas business ventures in a since-abandoned attempt to impeach his father, who has long denied involvement in his son's dealings or benefiting from them in any way. Now, the charges in his case came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election, Biden said in a statement. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's case can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision, Biden said, claiming he made a decision this weekend. The president had spent the Thanksgiving holiday in Nantucket, Massachusetts, with Hunter and his family, and departed for Angola later Sunday on what may be his last foreign trip as president before leaving office on January 20th of 2025. Hunter Biden was convicted in June in Delaware's federal court of 3 felonies for purchasing arms in 2018, prosecutors said. He lied on a federal form by claiming that he was not illegally using any forms of substances. He had been set to stand trial in September in California's case accusing him of failing to pay at least $1.4 million in taxes, but he agreed to plead guilty to misdemeanors and felony charges in a surprise move hours after jury selection was set to begin. David Wise, the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney in Delaware who negotiated the plea deal, was subsequently named as special counsel by Attorney General Merrick Garland to have more autonomy over the prosecution of the president's son. Hunter Biden said that he was pleading guilty in that case to spare his family more pain and embarrassment after the arms trial aired salacious details about his struggles with various addictions. Now, the tax charges carrying up to 17 years behind bars and the gun charges are punishable by up to 25 years in prison, though federal sentencing guidelines were expected to call for the far less time, and it was possible that he would avoid prison time entirely. Hunter Biden was supposed to be sentenced this month in the 2 federal cases, which the special counsel brought after a plea deal with prosecutors that likely would have spared him prison time fell apart under scrutiny by the judge. Under the original deal, Hunter was supposed to plead guilty to misdemeanor tax offenses and would have avoided prosecution in the arms cases as long as he stayed out of trouble for 2 years. But the plea hearing quickly unraveled last year when the judge raised concerns about the unusual aspects of the deal. The younger Biden was subsequently indicted in the 2 cases. Hunter Biden's legal team this weekend released a 52-page white paper titled "The Political Prosecutions of Hunter Biden," describing the president's son as a surrogate to attack and injure his father, both as a candidate in 2020 and later as the president. The younger Biden's lawyers have long argued that prosecutors bow to the political pressure to indict the president's son amid heavy criticism by Trump and other Republicans of what they called the sweetheart plea deal. Joe Biden pardoned his son despite saying that he would not do it. So we're hearing that he has pardoned him. Now, again, let me know your thoughts. Articles coming out like this, Trump is now suggesting that he will free the January 6th individuals in response to Biden-Hunter's pardon. Should he do this? If you think so, put a yes in the comments. If you think no, put a no. But we're hearing that Trump is suggesting all those from January 6th that have been incarcerated might be released. This coming out yesterday as well. Take a look at this. Donald Trump signaled Sunday night that he intends to use Joe Biden's pardon of his son Hunter to his own advantage, linking it to his own prospect controversial pardon of January 6 defendants. Does the pardon given by Joe Biden to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been in prison for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice, Trump wrote in his first public comment since Biden announced the pardon on Sunday. That came not long after Fox News commentator Charlie Hurt made the linkage. I think he should at least commute the sentence of all of them and pardon every single one that is obviously just following the person in front of them wandering through the Capitol, he said. Pardon every single one of them. There were some that did more than just that, and I think that he should commute their sentences and let them all out. Every single one of them, he said. According to the Justice Department, 140 police officers were assaulted during the attacks on the Capitol, including 80 U.S. Capitol police officers and 60 from D.C. Metropolitan Police Departments. Trump repeatedly floated the idea of a pardon himself during his campaign. His new choice to lead the FBI, Kash Patel, has also taken up the cause of January 6 defendants. He also played Justice for All, a rendition of the national anthem as sung by January 6 defendants at campaign rallies. More than 1,200 people have been charged on January 6 related charges. Many battled with police officers. Others got charged with interfering with an official proceeding on a day that Congress met to certify the electoral votes that made Joe Biden the president. Wow. Let me know your thoughts. We will see if this unfolds. We are seeing that Hunter Biden has been pardoned. We'll be seeing if other members of the January 6th involvement will be pardoned as well. In addition to that, we're hearing there are currently nuke bombers in the Pacific that the U.S. is watching from Russia and China. Also, we're hearing that the ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah has been violated by both sides, and Donald Trump is proposing a replacement for FBI Director Christopher Wray. Now, to get all the details, check out this video right here. I covered all of it live for you this morning. Check it out for more updates. But that is the latest. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless. Catch you in the next one. This is Steve.